We need to talk about Mortal Kombat because I only have 20 minutes. I need to get set up 15 minutes in advance. I'll stretch it to 10 minutes in advance. I just am not missing a single minute of this thing.
Okay.
So
let's do it.
Here's the thing. Let's jump in for 5 minutes. So Mortal Kombat is an amazing movie. I'd like to describe my experience with it, and then if you'd like to describe it, we'll do like a Roger Ebert thing, Gene Siskel thing. And whoa, I'm getting wings. Just what wings I want. When did you leave? Are you still here? Hello? Oh, she's here still.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to talk about Mortal Kombat on this episode.
I fucking loved it. I really liked it.
Well, let's do a spoiler-free, and then we'll do a spoiler-filled. You want to record that later this weekend?
I guess. I'm so disappointed. I didn't mean to go all in on like all of this. I really, really didn't. I even started the episode like I just want to get in on this because I've been very excited.
I know. But you brought up NFL, and I'm like, oh, that'll be what we build to, and then.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is a momentous occasion in that regard. Okay, so I want a small order of half Asian zing.
I'm cutting this out.
And half. I think I'm going to go normal here. Here's the thing about, we did an episode on this, I'm pretty sure.
We did. When we were together.
I don't think it's ever worth, it's worth knowing when to experiment with sauces at B-dubs, and it's worth saying, I know exactly what I want. So I know exactly what I want. Half Asian zing, half Caribbean jerk. Ooh, only way to go.
Ranch, good combo.
Ranch, celery, and fries. Bam. Okay. I loved Mortal Kombat, Gerrit. I'm going to tell you my experience. I already established what we're going to do. So it's late Friday night, and I'm watching, I think it was Always Sunny with Heather. Mm-hmm. I knew she would not like Mortal Kombat. Totally fine. Not for everybody. I would never recommend this to my mom.
Yeah.
But she fell asleep, and I was a few beers deep. I have to tell you, this is important to the story. And I'm like, oh shit, if she's asleep, maybe I can watch Mortal Kombat. Like, it's out. I've been excited for it. I turn it on. I'm watching it. I get probably 20 minutes into it, right? And I'm drunk enough where I think it's terrible.
Really?
Now, yeah, hear me out. So I was drunk enough where I was like, this is utterly ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And I was not even having I wasn't having a great time. I ended up saying, you know what?
I will stop you here.
Yeah.
You are 100% correct.
Interesting.
It is. Hold on. It is ridiculous. It
is.
But you're on the phone again.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just going to talk to her because she's right here.
That's fine.
Hey, Heather? She said, yup. Okay. Anyways, so...
It is ridiculous. But...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Honestly, that makes me feel a little validated because... So, I turned it off. I go to bed. I wake up Saturday morning. I always wake up before Heather. Totally fine. I don't sleep in. I get up at like 7:30 these days.
Yeah.
And it makes me very proud to admit that fact.
I do that on the weekends.
Yeah, I do. And so I'm like, I begrudgingly said, because I tried watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier first.
Yeah.
But we had logged out of the account unintentionally, and I didn't know the information because it's under Heather's name. And I was like, well, if I can't watch that, it's basically... I got to finish Mortal Kombat. And I should, because I know Gerrit's going to want to talk about it. I know I was excited for it, so I'm not sure. I'm not super excited now, but it's a great opportunity to finish it.
I'm loving this right now.
So I brew coffee. I'm sitting there, I have my cat on my lap. I'm drinking, cup after cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm not getting into it still. It's when so Jax loses his arms.
That's in the trailer. And people, if you're listening, you know Mortal Kombat, you know that's gonna happen. Fucking everyone. Doesn't this trailer have like the most views for an R-rated movie ever?
It
like,
might actually was really successful.
Everyone saw the trailer, so just
so
don't blow too much because we'll put this out as spoiler free as a YouTube exclusive or whatever.
Sounds good.
Fuck.
So I'm watching it. This happens with Jax. I thought that whole sequence was kind of dumb. I didn't think Jax was a good actor.
Interesting.
At first,
okay.
My first introduction, I think part of me was a little like, I guess, disappointed that, and I know this is a weird way to put it, but there were no big names in the cast. So I just kept getting new character introductions, like 5, 6, 7 different people are all introduced in the first like 25 minutes, and I'm just like, I don't know, like they have to try their hardest to establish themselves as a screen presence because they don't have a name attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm already thinking it's ridiculous. So I'm just like, this is just stupid, like honestly. And so, but it gets to this crazy point, and I can't remember the exact, I think it was when, who's the main bad guy? What's his name?
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. He's walking down like a rock way, and he's surrounded by all the other villains. And there's that lady with the... I'm so sorry I'm bad with character names.
That's fine.
Her mouth is all fudged up.
Melina.
Yes. And they're talking like, we gotta, this guy was killed, but we gotta get someone else down there. And all of a sudden I was like, this is kind of cool.
I can't believe
something about it got to me. I was just like, this is kind of cool. Like, this is epic as fuck right now.
Dude, I cannot believe, like, you go from, wow, Jax is getting his arms frozen off by a cryomancer. Is that even a word? Oh, it just means someone that manipulates ice. His arms are getting frozen off. He has little nubs now. He gets thrown off. You're like, this is ridiculous. Cut to green screen, guy named Lao from Dark Knight as Shang Tsung, and you're like, I like this.
That's what happened. And like,
that's insane.
So it was, the thing is, right when that happens, you're introduced to Kano.
Yeah.
And Kano saves the movie. And then you get introduced to Reptile, like that whole fight happens, and then Reptile gets, I'm sorry, I am going to spoil, he gets the flare attached to him, and he's invisible, and he has the flare that gets stabbed into him with the knife. And I was completely sold at that point. I had never seen anything like that before on film. It was a great idea. The characters were smart. They took care of it smartly. Yep. Kano was a terrific actor. And I was like,
Josh Lawson, he plays George Lazenby in the like semi-biopic thing.
Amazing.
On Hulu.
What is that called again?
Becoming Bond.
I have heard of that.
It was hilarious. It's really great. Like they interview George Lazenby and then they cut to like the actual scenes that he's describing in his story, but Josh Lawson plays him. So that's where I knew him from.
So I have to say, I think it's interesting. There's this new trend of like half documentary, half movie, because there's one on John DeLorean where it's like a documentary, but then Alec Baldwin, who's playing himself in the movie, playing John DeLorean, like they're all acknowledging it. It's really interesting. It's like a new genre out there. So I actually
it can be.
It seems like
it can be good sometimes. Sometimes it's really corny, but
yeah. But this sounds good. I mean, I thought Josh Lawson did phenomenally, truly.
Fucking idiot.
At that point, like you've seen it. The kills are amazing. I thought that the characterizations were relatively like I was getting into it. When main characters would die later on, I was more like fuck.
Yeah.
I got some chills watching people discover their arcana, or is it arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana.
That is, yeah. Well, dude, I wish we were able to talk about all this because
we can't. But yeah,
we have to record this weekend or tomorrow or something. But
because I want to touch on how shitty Godzilla versus Kong was and how everyone hates Mortal Kombat, but it is so much better. It is so much better. It's as cheesy, but it swings for the fences.
Yes.
Whereas Godzilla versus Kong is as cheesy and sticks in its box. Like it keeps in its box to
really
make sure
does.
that it doesn't do anything too crazy.
I watched Godzilla versus Kong, and the whole time I'm like, so they're just going for no plot, only to have them fight, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like that's the whole movie, and it's because one of the critiques for this whole universe that they've created is that no one wants to see the family shit, no one cares. And then they're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just cut all the family shit and all the It's so interesting because there is good family shit in movies. Like, you could have done this, but you're too fucking lazy to do it. Meanwhile, Mortal Kombat, doing a great job creating a family with the fucking, Earth Realm's defenders. And it's just completely shit on by everybody, even the fans. You guys are dumb.
Like, that's literally what they do. And Cole Young is shit on, and I thought...
He did a great job.
I thought he did a great job. I thought I loved his Arcana. I loved his fight with that. I loved him saving his family. I was really into it. Yep. Everyone called him flat. I was like, they gave him a family, and they gave him a legacy because he's the descendant of somebody. They gave him a personality where he's... I mean, it's the basic hero personality, but it worked for me. And I know this is a very minor thing. It was one comment on AV Club, okay? And this is not like from the critic. It was just a user. And they were like, I'm sick of white people being the lead in all these movies.
That's really funny because he's not white.
Chinese, right? Like,
I think he's Indonesian.
Okay, so either way, I was like, his name's Louis Tan. Like, Tan is not a white name. And I know that's a minor thing, but I was just like, people were nitpicking these parts about it, and like that stuck out to me, and it made me more defensive of the movie. Just like watching Nomadland, all of the little things I wasn't enjoying, I started picking out even more things I wasn't enjoying. This was the opposite, where I was like, I kind of like this. I'm starting to like this part and this part and this part, and it's kind of cool that they have like this. Like, the fact that he was a no-name ended up being good for me. The fact that there was a no-name, like all that stuff ended up being a positive. I ended up liking Jax. Yep. I mean, everything turned around once I got, and I wasn't drunk anymore. I was sober, and it was when you can't enjoy action movies generally, and somehow I was like, this kicks fucking ass.
Dude, I will tell you, I feel like if you were the level of Mortal Kombat fan that I am, you would have jizzed your pants in the beginning too. Like that whole time, I'm just like, I am loving this whole experience. I loved it.
I actually
absolutely loved it.
I think I'm so sorry to have robbed the review time.
It's fine.
I think we should call it there, though, just so I have time to set everything up. I would love, seriously, we should do a very detailed, like, hour-long breakdown of it, because I loved it.
I am 100% ready because I have been delving into podcasts and YouTube videos of people breaking this movie down and just shitting on literally everything, and there aren't enough people outside of Instagram comments on certain actors' profiles that are saying good things. No one is saying good things, and it's really irritating to me because
it's incredible to me.
It's like, it's mind-blowing. These rose-colored glasses people have for the 1995 movie.
Like, what else do you want? It's more realistic than the 95 version, way bloodier, but still ridiculous. Like,
exactly
what it is. I mean, that's what the games are. It's not like it takes itself too seriously.
And all the things that were studio mandated, which we'll get into, and the budget, like all the things that were against them, and they still managed to pull off something phenomenal. I mean, it is a miracle that this movie's good.
Yeah.
And everyone's treating it like it's not. I'm fucking irritated by it.
I'm such a sucker for these, like, high concept, and it is a high concept, because you have, like, the Outer Realm, the Earth Realm, like, a tournament style thing, and then, like, cheaters trying to, demolish one realm. Like, that sort of sorcery or like that sort of fantastical. It's kind of Game of Thronesy, I think.
Yeah.
Just in that genre and like that style. And I'm such a sucker for that stuff because it's like Justice League. Like,
yes,
there's such storyline there, and you're just kind of like, this is kind of like, all right, what's up?
It is like Justice League because you have Aquaman, who's from the sea, right? Atlantis. You have Cyborg, who's metal. You know, he's got his own powers. He's basically all interconnected with, you know, the web and stuff. Mm-hmm. You have Wonder Woman, Amazonian. You have Superman, Krypton. You have Batman from Earth, right? But he's like trying to elevate. Flash, also from Earth, but he's fast. It's all these things. It is a superhero universe. Mm-hmm. Like, these have been comic books. These have been video games. There's an expanding, sprawling universe of this stuff, and they're trying it with these movies, and this is good. Like, this is Iron Man in 2008. You have to build off that. So what did you expect? A fucking just Sub-Zero movie? Are you insane? Everyone's saying, wow, we should have just had a Sub-Zero versus Scorpion movie. Do you know how many people would have seen that? Fucking 3. No one would have watched just that. They want Mortal Kombat, and they fucking gave it to you. So lick my taint from the side.
Yeah, and So we'll table this and we'll talk more later.
Can't wait.
I want to delve into the whole thing though, and
we will.
I want to talk about Mortal Kombat Legacy too. I don't know if you've seen that one all the way through.
I have. I will give a quick spoiler. Not good.
Okay.
Rewatched it. Not good. Everyone jerks off about that, and that is the shittiest thing I've seen since Kong vs. Godzilla.
Interesting. Okay, well, this has been great.
Yes.
Certainly we'll get into that stuff later.
I'm free except for Sunday, so just anytime, like Monday would be good, to Saturday, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I will definitely try. So Saturday, I think I might be busy.
Okay.
Also Friday, and I know you said Sunday, so maybe we could try
Monday.
Monday, I know it's kind of later than probably I was thinking, but
it's fine. This episode will go up tonight or tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.